My name is Axel Heinz. I'm 46 years old, founder of Makerist. We founded Makerist 5 years ago. I actually come from product management. I worked for marketplaces like eBay, like Davanda, like 9flats.com, and decided then to found my own marketplace. So I'm product guy, marketplace guy, and with Makerist, I founded my first own marketplace 5 years ago. Makerist is a marketplace for digital products mainly, and the digital products is sewing patterns that people can download, print, and use to sew shirts, dresses, kids' clothing, toys, and so on and so on. A business that was actually dominated by publishers, but now the designers who write the tutorials and the sewing patterns work increasingly independently, and we're looking for a platform to publish themselves. And we publish them and take a share, and it's working great for both sides. The idea came, actually we were thinking about building a marketplace for physical supplies like the fabrics or wool. Then we were thinking also about video, like as the other end, like super digital and even more innovative than sewing patterns. And we tried out several things and saw that there is a lot of potential in each of these streams, but the digital patterns, ebooks, sewing patterns worked actually best, and it was the easiest thing to scale, and we found the strongest partners in the market to provide us with supplies as well. We validated the idea actually on Facebook. That was our MVP. We created a couple of groups, like sewing channel, sewing group, we called it Sewing Cafe, and Knitting Cafe, and also other hobby areas that we thought are interesting to transform into like digital models, and advertised a little bit around it, but not very much, and published like inspiring content. And that was really working extremely well. And after days, we had thousands of followers, and we spent less than €100 on it. And people were like inviting each other, and we had small viral effects even without doing a lot. And in 2013, that worked really. It was kind of undiscovered probably on Facebook, that or nobody gave these people a home or something where they could mingle and exchange. And we saw that they were asking for tutorials, for supplies around it, for videos also sometimes. They inspired each other and they helped each other out. And then we said, okay, we need to turn this into a solid platform. Our suppliers are people, 99% women, who write and design sewing patterns, like for dresses or kids' clothing. They used to be fashion designers or wrote for books and magazines for publishers. And there they actually earned not very much, a couple of hundred euros per pattern. But they have all this creativity, they know how to do it. It's something that not everybody can do. And we actually stimulated them a lot to publish themselves online and provided the platform for that. They saw that this works extremely well. It's much less work than working for a publishing house, and the half-life of such a digital product is much longer because it's online and people can buy it even after years, and they don't have to do anything else than creating this design, creating a nice PDF out of it. It's just a PDF, right? They don't have to manufacture it or buy it and store it and warehouse it and ship it. Just a PDF, they just upload it and then they receive money from us. And that made us very convincing. And it was easy to convince them to try it out. There was not really a risk for them. And now that they start to earn money with it, and for some of them it's quite a lot of money, the stickiness and loyalty of them and the willingness to produce more, to produce better quality of the supplies we sell is getting stronger and stronger. So it's a very strong relationship that actually grows over time. So we wanted to be fast. Then after we saw that it worked well on Facebook, we wanted to keep this momentum and drive the traffic towards us and build with an agency from Germany that I knew from my product manager experience before, a platform within 8 weeks just to serve the basic needs so that people could register, that we could market the inventory, and had a payment method, a small card, some conversion features, but very, very basic. And after 8 weeks, we had first paying customers on the platform. And Facebook, the good thing is that we had the Facebook channel and it was getting stronger and stronger. By the time we went online, we had more than 40,000 people on Facebook, and that was actually our first strong marketing channel. So we could generate revenue right from the very first day. Yeah, at the moment we are at a very good situation in Germany because we have proof of concept, the business is still growing. We are in some months already break even. Next year we will reach constant cash flow positiveness. Now we are testing an English-speaking site in English-speaking countries with a little bit of marketing budget just to see if our German playbook works there as well. We are also testing into France, a little bit stronger actually. So internationalization is a topic. And then also we want to see if we can even provide more services around sewing and knitting, like offering even more supplies to do it, like the fabrics, the needles, the sewing machines, zippers, and so on and so on. And then we start to think also about services that you cannot not just download the sewing pattern or sell it, but also order services around that area. If you want to find somebody who makes good photos for your ebooks or can help you write the tutorial texts, or somebody who could sew for you if you would like to have that dress but you cannot sew it by yourself, maybe there is someone in the community, and so on and so on. So internationalization is a point, vertical integration, looking into services, and we heard a lot of these things today, so we're really optimistic that we find another good growth lever.
All right.
Try to test it as soon as possible with real people, with the people you want to address. Build a very, very slim version of the final product that you can imagine, like with the most essential features, but not much more. And see if there is traction, if you can convince somebody to give you the supplies. Do you find potential buyers? Do you see that there is interest from the buying side, and take it from there? And I see things like that a little bit like developers are looking at that. It's not like you want to wait for the perfect inspiration or the perfect plan or the right motivation. I think inspiration and motivation comes from doing. If you do something, even if it's the smallest step, you can take the next step and then the next step, and then you see that things start to work, or they don't work and you can change the direction, but that often triggers additional inspiration, additional motivation. So starting with something that you have under control, that you can realize fast, is much, much better and leads you much sooner to the next steps and the bigger steps than creating the big picture, trying to solve all the problems now. Just start with something.